In the quiet of dawn, as the first light crept over the horizon, Miriam knelt by her window, her heart brimming with gratitude. The past year had been a tumultuous journey, filled with adversaries that sought to undermine her spirit. Yet, through every trial, she felt an unwavering presence beside her, a gentle assurance that justice would prevail. The Lord had been her refuge, a steadfast rock in the storm of life, and today she celebrated his deeds with a heart full of praise. Each morning, she would reflect on the moments when darkness threatened to engulf her. There were days when the weight of injustice bore down heavily, when those in power turned a blind eye to the cries of the oppressed. It was in those moments of despair that Miriam clung tightly to her faith, believing with all her heart that God would intervene. She would whisper her prayers, pleading for strength not only for herself, but for all who suffered. She envisioned a world where the scales of justice balanced, where the cries of the downtrodden echoed in the heavens, and she knew that her pleas did not go unheard. As the sun rose higher, illuminating the world around her, Miriam felt a surge of triumph. She had witnessed the Lord's hand at work, turning the tide against her foes. Those who sought to harm her now found themselves ensnared in their own malice, while she stood firm, shielded by divine mercy. It was a reminder that justice, though often delayed, was never denied. Miriam raised her voice in song, a melody of hope and assurance. She knew that God was eternal, the same yesterday, today, and forever. He remembered the plight of the oppressed and cared deeply for those in need. With each note, she celebrated not only her victories, but also the promise that, in the end, love and righteousness would triumph over all.